The Marvel Renaissance in the 60s is something special, even more special than the back-to-back creation of the DC Trinity with the first and second generation of Flash, Green Lantern, and of course Aquaman. But unlike DC Comics, Marvel's growth was rapid compared to DC's slow burn of a rollout. Spearheaded by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby with Steve Ditko, they together would create dozens of household names in less than a decade, starting with the Fantastic Four, the Hulk, X-Men, Doctor Strange, the Avengers, Ant-Man, Daredevil, and the Black Panther. The fact that they could write and draw all these stories is amazing, but their staying power is even more impressive. However, there comes the shining jewel of superhero comics. In 1962, in the last issue of the dying anthology series Amazing Fantasy, Stan Lee and Steve Ditko would create the character of Spider-Man, a perfect character. Spider-Man is perfect in all uses of the word, as Stan Lee and Steve Ditko intended in making Peter Parker ordinary. Parker would be young, nerdy, unathletic, and he wasn't the first of the young heroes. There were Robin, Bucky, and to a lesser extent Human Torch, but they operated under the shadow of a bigger and more competent hero like Batman and Captain America. But Spider-Man was his own hero, all alone, learning how to cope with fighting colorful villains while also trying to organize a date with Mary Jane. And this all goes with why Spider-Man is a perfect character, and that's his luck. Now in the comics, it's established that Parker has terrible luck. His parents died, his Uncle Ben died, him and his aunt are always struggling financially, his aunt gets shot, and he decides to sell his marriage to a devil entity for Aunt May's life back, who probably had like 5 years left at best. To boil it down, Peter Parker is unlucky. But with that, there comes the very evident duality of Spider-Man. He's incredibly lucky. He got bitten by a spider that could have bitten anyone else. After getting bit, he got with the girl of his dreams. He's a gifted intellectual, and most importantly, he can fight people. Not just regular people. Spider-Man fights an overweight man carried by 4 impenetrable arms, a crazy man on more than one strength-enhancing drug, and the passion to kill Peter. A person with electricity powers. A rich dude with the power to destroy everyone in Peter's life. An idiot literally made of sand. And maybe the worst, a mean ex-coworker who has the power of an alien suit and is 3 times bigger than him. And the fact that Spider-Man can come home every night and still remain somewhat safe is more than lucky. It's amazing. Most superheroes are secure with their life. Batman doesn't have to worry about money. He's a billionaire. He doesn't have to worry about staying out too late and end up being late to meetings for his company. He owns his company. This analogy even works with Iron Man, and so with Superman, where most members of the X-Men, the Avengers, Justice League, Suicide Squad. Basically, Spider-Man cares about being Spider-Man, but more importantly cares about being Peter Parker. He's not like Matt Murdock, who depending on the event will throw his entire life into shambles to be Daredevil. If life's not working out for Peter handling both Spider-Man and his school, he'll decide to take a break in Spider-Man and hang up the costume, as he does several times in the comics. Overall, what I'm trying to say is that more than anything, Spider-Man's luck defines him above everything else. With him being always picked on or not looking as good as his fellow students, you have the other side where he can put a costume on and inspire millions to be spectacular. I feel some of this goes for what I say with Miles Morales also. He's a beautiful character in terms of his origin story, and I think heavily relies on the death of Peter Parker to be his Uncle Ben figure in the Ultimate Universe. Because Miles, in my opinion, really only works in the Ultimate Universe, where he can be the only Spider-Man and has to learn and grow that way. Having too many Spider-Man in one New York City really devalues the character and doesn't make the Spider-Bite seem as special, but really just doesn't make the character as special, which he should be. So just wanted to try something new out today. If you'd like to share this, that would help very much. I have like 20 subscribers. The new movie just came out. Tell me what you think about it in the comments.